if you are a viewer of the Russ Joy Show on YouTube, Facebook, X, short-form content on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you had a hand in a very critical thing for the Philadelphia Phillies, the thing that just may earn them a World Series championship this year. You helped in the peer pressure, in the fan pressure, in the fan outrage against NBC Sports Philadelphia. Because friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. NBC Sports Philadelphia, they have caved. We talked about this on a show earlier this week, that people have been complaining about Jhoan Duran's entrance, that we weren't seeing the intro, the pro wrestling intro, where the man comes out to a mashup of a couple of songs. He comes out with the spiders running across the boards, and the lights are going, and there's fire, and there's flames, and he's got the Undertaker's gong at the start, and it's a really intricate intro. But NBC Sports Philly hasn't been showing it. They've instead been choosing to go to commercial break. And then we talked about how Amy Fadul put out a very level-headed tweet about how there are a certain amount of commercial breaks, and if you don't take one at that point and something happens in the rest of the game or something else happens and there's not a place to take that commercial break, it's an issue. We posited on this show that perhaps the team should try to sell a picture-in-picture ad. Perhaps there's a sponsor like a Cure Auto Insurance or a Papa John's or somebody who says, you know what? Let's go bottom scroller on the screen, maybe a promo code for a percentage off. And Tom McCarthy says, Duran's entrance is brought to you by Papa John's. Use promo code Duran to get 10% off your next pizza order. I don't even like Papa John's, but I would buy a Papa John's pizza just because they're allowing us to watch the Duran entrance. Well, I don't know if that's happening yet, and this article is behind a paywall, and you can bet your ass I'm not paying for the Philadelphia Inquirer, but I will note that they're the ones who put the story out first, and so am I presenting you at least slightly partial information instead of the full picture? Maybe. I'm acknowledging it. But Rob Tourneau put this out earlier today. NBC Sports Philadelphia is switching gears and will show Duran's full intro live during evening home games for the rest of the season. Now, I have questions. I have comments. I have concerns. Did NBC Sports Philadelphia do what they should have done, which is, of course, pay attention to the Russ Joy Show, monitor the comment section where people were begging, pleading with NBC Sports Philadelphia to show the Duran entrance, and we can all believe that this show had a little piece of the push behind showing the Duran intro. Well, of course that's true. Who else are they going to pay attention to? Pretty much everyone else. It doesn't matter. So Duran's entrance is going to be shown on all home games at night for the rest of the regular season. That obviously means that there's a little caveat here. Does that mean that, are there any day games left? I'd have to assume that there are at least a couple of home day games available. Are they not going to show it then? Perhaps not, because you don't get the flames the same way. The light show doesn't really appeal the same way that it does in prime time. But it's a hell of a win. And make no mistake about it. This change is because of you. This change is because of Phillies fans. This change is because people saw an injustice in the world and they decided to complain. Sometimes complaining works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes in this life we complain about things that we have absolutely no control over. Sometimes we complain about the price of eggs. Sometimes we complain about the price of travel soccer. Sometimes we complain about having to pay $30 a month for an ESPN DTC product, despite the fact that we pay for YouTube TV and should be shown the same respect that Spectrum subscribers and Verizon Fios subscribers get. We complain about a lot of things in this life, and we don't control a lot of them. But the Duran entrance, we had an impact on, all of us together. Because make no mistake about it, and I talked about this the other day as well, regional sports networks are going the way of the dodo. NBC Sports Philly won't be a thing in 10 years. Might not even be a thing in 5 years. So at least they are listening to the people now, while the channel is still on the air and streaming. It's good to see that somebody decided, yeah, we have to do right by the fans. Now, the question is going to become, how are they going to make up for that commercial break that they usually take between the bottom of the 8th and the top of the 9th. What's going to happen? Are they going to take another commercial break during pregame? Are they going to try to figure out a way to sneak one in at another point during the game? Or is it going to be like what I was talking about the other day? We're going to get like a picture-in-picture. Are we going to get some other kind of commercial advertisement that's going to take the place of the normal commercial break? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. Are they going to go from the regular game to a commercial break before post-game live to fulfill that requirement? I don't know. But we will find out. And in fairness, Rob Torno might have actually talked about it in the story, but again, it's behind the paywall at the Inquirer, and I'm not paying for that.